Forest are back. Slightly. Sort of. As welcome back, guys, to the Nottingham Forest Career Mode, episode number... What episode is this? It's episode 6 of season number 2. Sorry, I recorded all the other videos way in advance to this one, as today we have 5 games split across. Yes, we do. We have Ewood Park. No, it's not Ewood Park. City Ground with Blackburn there. Then we have it again with Luton, the visitors. Then it's to Pride Park for the derby against Derby, now below us. If you haven't seen the last episode, please watch that one, because you'll understand what I mean at the start of the episode. As then it's away at Carrow Road, though, to Norwich. Don't know how they're doing this season, back in the Championship. And away to Peterborough. Don't know the name of their stadium. As, yes, the results actually last episode were pretty nice to us. Look at that. We got 3 wins and a draw and only 1 defeat, which was a simulated game to West Brom. Then we did win some simulations, as well as we've changed formation up as well. It's a lot better. We've got breaks between games for us players to get fitter, which is very nice and very well gifted from EA when we're actually in a struggling patch to get a bit of a rest. And then we'll go on to Blackburn straight away, shall we? These are in 9th position. Struggled against them in one of the games last season. One we did get a good convincing win in the simulation, but this, I think, is the team that we're going to go with. Yeah, I think I'm going to go straight into the game with the team we've already got, because it is winning, as Jack Butland is in goal. He's been a big improvement. Had his shaky moments, like that time at Swansea, but he's been okay on the whole, with Drager, Eli, Worrell, McKenna and Colwill as the back 5, with the Brearian, Ajeda and Ryan Yates growing, well, I'd hate to say, but outgrowing this team. Now 77 rated, he's a Premier League player, I feel like. With Carvalho the same, he's doing really well at the moment. In Cam, with Jed Wallace and Marcus Paulo, both playing out of position, but doing very well to say they're out of position. So let's go into this next game, shall we? Against Blackburn, hoping for a win. And let's have a look at Blackburn's team. Thomas Kaminski, Joe Rankin Costello at the back, with Darren Lehian, Hayden Carter, Harry Pickering, it's a 4 at the back, Buckley, Sachek and Rothwell, with Dolan, Sam Gallagher and Ben Brereton Diaz. No Artem Dzubia, who was a threat last season out, but he did finish top scorer in the whole championship, so maybe he's decided to move on. That's a good thing. However, I think they've just took the ball straight off Worrell, and Dolan's just put it in the back of the net. 2 minutes into this one, a mistake straight away. It's Joe Worrell who's running to the defender. But, did he just disappear, Joe Worrell? Because I'm sure I didn't see him. I need a replay on this. No, he's up the field, unless that's yet. No, that is Worrell. He's got the captain's armband on. I have no idea how he's gifted the ball and ran straight past him, full on, and left them so through on goal. Jack Butland did really well to save the first one, but a horrific start at home. Blackburn Rovers in the driving seat, and that is not good, because although we are out of the relegation zone, which is a start, we want to be challenging near the top. If we can switch it around like we did last season, go on that huge run and get ourselves into the playoffs, I want to do it again, as now we've got the ball here with Yates. Can't fizz it into Carter, because of Carter, should I say, as Ben Brereton Diaz into Sam Gallagher now, and Blackburn to play away, as it's Rothwell on it right here, and Ben Brereton Diaz, tackled by Mohamed Drager though. At least he stepped his form up a little bit more, but Brereton Diaz really quick on shutting Jerry Yates down, or Ryan Yates, as Ryan Yates has the ball still, cuts inside, pass across to Jed Wallace. Carvalho's in front. Carvalho's causing all the problems for teams at the moment. That's a good one too. Wallace is around his man. This is better football than the start of the season. I don't know why it took me off control of Paulo. I was going to jump for a header. We're a lot quicker at joining the attack as Ben Brereton Diaz though. Dolan. It's 2-0. What is happening here? It's 2 shots for Blackburn, 2 goals. I've got no idea what's happening here. Dolan's causing all sorts of problems. Just look at this. It's a 1-2, it's a ball in the middle and it's fired in the bottom corner. We were stepping performances up so much. We did well against Brentford, who are high up. We got a draw against them. We beat Birmingham, who were in the playoffs. We beat Coventry, and now it's just back to normal. I hate to say that, because I don't want this to be the normal. I wanted us to actually kick on from that and make losing just the anomaly, but it's still the reoccurring thing, as John Buckley now in the middle to Sachek. Around the corner onto Dolan, already on a hat-trick in the first half, sickening to say, as now it's 1-2s. It's the edge of the box for Buckley. It's Gallagher trying to turn, and Rodrigo Eli with a tackle. I mean, we've got 5 defenders. 5. And we're still not doing that well as Jed Wallace. Paulo, make that run. That's a great run through the middle. He's on the end of this. It's Paulo, the Portuguese. Can he... Oh, that's a terrible touch. Shoot on the angle. Kaminsky even caught it. A terrible touch is now Dolan to run at us again. He's really causing problems, I'm not going to lie. Good tackle, but still not won the ball as now it's into Sam Gallagher. Turns, chipped into Brereton Diaz. Worrell with a block as now Brewery and Ajeda to pass it out to Jed Wallace, who tries to cut back, but Buckley's reading that one, but he's still got the ball, Jed Wallace. He fights for it. Pass could not reach Paulo, though. He's on the wrong side. Up front, he's on the right when he should be on the left, as now it's Brereton Diaz who spins as easily. Brereton Diaz makes it 3-0. 3 goals in the first half to Blackburn, and we've kept the ball more than them. It's embarrassing now. We have literally had more of the ball, but find ourselves 3 down, and the boos are really loud now in the City ground as Brereton Diaz just hammers it home. Don't know what it is right here, but it's just not going well, is it? As Worrell dilly-dallying in the defence. I mean, you guys want him to be captain. I will always listen to you guys' comments and make him captain. But I don't know if I'm a fan of him even in this team. He's making a lot of mistakes for his rating as well. And he complains a lot off the field about contracts not being right and all that as Jed Wallace through. Misses that one-on-one. And yeah, he's just complaining a lot, Joe Worrell. A lot. And it's doing my head in. And his performances are as it's 3-0 to the away side at the City ground. That should not be happening. And Brereton Diaz to start the second half off as well with the ball as Pickering gives it into Rothwell. Rothwell to the side, that's chipped in. I mean, Worrell, you should be on him by then. You should not let him just get that little free header to start off with. There's now Colwell with it. He's going to fizz it across to Rodrigo Eli. Now to Mohamed Drager. Put that through the middle. It's a good ball. Jed Wallace. Paulo needs to get that over the top and does into Drager. Drager's going to hit that forward to Ryan Yates. And Ryan Yates is going to look for the pass return. Pickering easily reads that. I mean, we're doing everything right apart from final passes. At least we're starting to get most things right, but still, it's like every other team's got the quality to do things like that. Put the ball through, almost scoring, but we haven't. As now Jed Wallace. Carvalho, run forward. Don't just run at the side of me. As now that's a good pass. Carvalho around the corner to Paulo. Paulo's going to try and cut inside himself, and 11 million on him. 11 million on him, and Lecadia was a free, and I'm still paying his wages and upset about that. It's not going well for our strikers. As soon as Jonas Wind finds that he's comfortable to play this season with all the injuries he's getting, I cannot wait for him to be back. As now Jed Wallace with the ball into Paulo again. Can we get this out wide? No, we can't. We're passing it to Carvalho when we shouldn't be Paulo. That's not the pass I wanted. As now Dovrik tackled Ryan Yates. We've got 25 minutes left. We are not coming back at all in this game as Paulo. What are you playing at? Brereton Diaz running through right now. Watch him find the pass to Dzuvic in the middle. He'll definitely find him. Oh no, he'll shoot himself and force a save from our keeper. More than we've done for theirs, as that's a terrible pass out. Rothwell on it. He gives it into Scott Travis in the midfield, and Rothwell allowed to keep the ball. This is terrible from us. Look at this. It's easy passing, and they're getting every shot off. And I made 3 subs because that's the only thing I can think to do. Carvalho's off. Paulo's off, definitely. And Colwell's off, because I need more support on this wing by a more attacking left-back in Williams. That's a good ball. Jed Wallace hit that. Lecadia, or Johnson even. Good save from the keeper. That's the first move of real menace we've had in our first corner of the game, as it's going to go in towards no one. McKenna tries to win it again, but just can't do it in that box, and we're chasing it again. Drager. See, if he would have just got a normal touch on that, which he should be doing, it's 3-1. It's a goal. He scores it. As Brereton Diaz right here. Oh, good hit. Almost top corner. I'm even praising their shots now, as it's going to be whipped in from the captain, Brereton Diaz himself, and the fact Bradley Dack is headering that. The fact I think the smallest player on our team is at the front post is embarrassing, and the empty seats are all you have to take in. Absolutely horrible game of football. And it takes us to 20th after 17 games. I mean, halfway through the season, I'd take mid-table, but I want to be higher. Sheffield Wednesday, who thrashed us at bottom of the league. We've still had the least wins with Derby, Hull and Cardiff, as Cardiff have climbed out of the relegation zone. But it needs to be better than this. We need a couple of wins just to step into mid-table and get away from all this relegation zone talk, because that's the first thing. I think I'm going too far with what I'm saying. I'm always saying when we get one win, playoffs. But get into mid-table, steady the ship. I'm not writing this season off yet. but we need to be a bit better as Drew Yearwood, a short-term loan from Lens, so we'll accept that, or Lens, or however it's pronounced, and see what I mean? That's exactly what I described in the last game. I'll just have to say what he wants to hear. Joe Worrell just complaining about absolutely everything, as it's Luton Town up next. Please don't say we've got players on international duty. 12th position, and we've got the derby after this, so we'll have to rotate. I mean, Jerry Yates, he's going to come out for Cleverly. We did lose the last game, so we've got excuses to change. Locadia, no, did not mean to select you. Carvalho can rest this one, and we'll play Williams to see if an attacking fullback with more pace actually is better than Levi Colville, even though I do rate Colville defensively. No goals came from the left-hand side in that last game. As let's go into this one against Luton. This is a team we should be beating. And at least the fans have come back for this second game. I'm surprised they have. They do seem a bit quieter, but I do not blame them at all. As there's our team if you wanted another look at it. The orange tracksuits of Luton. Jeez, they are bright. At least every team's got tracksuits on now, not just one, because it is, of course, raining now at the City Ground, as James Shee, James Bree, Sonny Bradley, Amari Bell and Tom Lockyer make up the back. I don't think Stefan Nuts is in the defence. Is he in the midfield or defence? Let's have a look. He's in the midfield with Lee and Campbell, Harry Cornick, Musweke and Odeyema on the wing. Okay, we'll do well not to give them a goal in the first 2 minutes in this one, and if we don't, we might stand a chance, as now Nuts, the pass straight to Bell. Let's try and be the early scorers in this one. A little bit of rotation, a little bit of wet on the field, to hopefully gets a bit of a skim with the ball. A good roll, a true roll, as Chris Kamara would describe it. As the ball's around the corner right here onto Elliot Lee, who passes it back into Harry Cornick. We're wrong side, but still no chance. However, that's a good pass. Butland had to pull out a good save early on right there, and that is not the start we want, or not the start we wanted, but who will have to take it as Rodrigo Eli. Good dribbling from the old man, as it's straight onto Ben Williams, who's getting forward a bit. I've got to stay positive in this, as get that ball through to Marcus Paulo. Good receive, good ball in the middle, Jed Wallace, oh, it's gone in. The keeper should have saved that one, but I'll take it. At least we're winning at the City Ground for once, as Jed Wallace heads it in. Shea with a terrible bit of goalkeeping. Another look at this. Look at this. It's a good ball down the line from Ben Williams. I'll give him that. Chipped in the middle. Header. Oh, and that's terrible goalkeeping. See what the rain can do for you. As now Harry Cornick to try and get straight away on the ball, but Scott McKenna's dealing with that one. On to Brennan Johnson, and Brennan Johnson just to charge forward. Look at the pace he's got. He's a lot quicker than the other players. Look at Brennan Johnson go. He's not been in the team for a while. The youth player proving that he wants to be back in it, as that's a great run. Great ball in, but actually maybe too close to the near post. I won't blame him though. Terrific work. Unlucky from him right there, as Brennan Johnson can't receive that ball as well. Also, if you're wondering, I think I'm going to play Derby in this episode, and I'm going to simulate Norwich now, because I think simulating the bigger teams is the way to go a little bit, as Joe Worrell again dilly-dallying at the back. And of course we need to get on form with a win here against Luton, as that's a stretched pass, but Ben Williams putting the pressure on. I do rate this left back. And Elliot Lee with the ball on the edge of the box right here, gives it into Eli, and Musweke to take a pop shot. Butland, when he's called upon on this game, has made two amazing saves from the start, and then we went 1-0 up, and then that one right there. So we do need to rely on his goalkeeper, as he palmed that one a little bit, but I'll forgive him in this game, of course. And now Jed Wallace with the ball over the top onto Rodrigo Eli, and Rodrigo Eli went to pass it in the middle, but unfortunately it didn't, as that's half-time. 1-0 up because of a goalkeeping error. I'd like it to be a bit more convincing from us, but I'll take a win. And Ojeda right here, or the commentaries just said Ojeda, but I don't know if I can say that week in, week out, as now Marcus Paulo with a run down the line. This is a good one. Terrible cross, and he's actually supposed to be a winger. So unlike Locadia and Brennan Johnson with terrible crosses, he should be a lot better, as that's a ball over the top. It's straight onto Onyedima, as now Drager tackles him. A run forward through the middle. Why not pass it to the side here? As it's now Marcus Paulo, and we've got the ball through the middle to Jed Wallace. Jed Wallace picks up on it, and has he got any support at all? Not really. Get it down the wing though. And now maybe take a touch and cross it. If we had wind in this box, it'd be a lot better, but we don't. Still a bit close, as Cleverly picks up on it very well. Wallace around the corner. Drager hit this across net. I went for it. Wasn't the worst of strikes from our right wing back, as now they're going to come forward a little bit. Easy for us to just snuff out right there, as it's going to be straightforward into Marcus Paulo. This is when he needs to start running, and I'm really struggling to find positives in his performances at the moment. He's been good. He came to the club in a rut, but was okay, but now he seems to be just giving up a little bit on loose chases, which he should be just trying to win everything, and I think he might be the striker subbed when Jonas Wind comes back, because I'm a really big fan of Jed Wallace at the moment, as McKenna making a tackle. Can he get another one? No, it's a foul, but still the play goes on. Maswake, that's a long advantage. As a free kick here for Luton. Did they deserve a goal this game? No, I'd say no. They've had 2 good chances, but they don't, as Butland with the save. Get that thrown straight down the middle into Tom Cleverley. As Cleverley, ooh, dodgy header. Not that far backwards, please, next time. As now Ben Williams to drive in the midfield. He's actually being caught out. No one was offering him an option. As Cornick gives it into the side, into Elliot Lee, across to Maswake. And it's not. It's Adobe off the bench. It is now 1-1 late on, and when I said they didn't deserve it, they got it. Very disappointing, very disappointing. Butland, I don't know if he should have saved it or not. Didn't see if it were cornered or not. But a ball in the middle. Adebayo was just lurking. Joe Worrell not marking up, and no, it was at his front post. I blame Worrell more than anything. So now we're going to try and get back into this game as Tom Cleverley into Brennan Johnson. He will come off for Carvalho in a second, because I know Carvalho can be a creative outlet, especially in the last episode, as now Paulo turns around, gives it to Jed Wallace. Brennan Johnson, I've kept Paulo on as a striker. I'm putting my faith in him as Brewery and Ojeda. Can we get a run from any of those in the middle? Ojeda, heavy touch, but still kept it onto Brennan. That's a good ball into Cleverley. Oh, and it's wide. That was the moment, and he knows it. He definitely knows it. As we've missed his header as well, Brewery and Ojeda. We don't have the tallest of midfields, which might be a problem, as now Onyedinma through to Elliot Lee. Do not let Luton nick it. They definitely don't deserve to win this, as now Ben Williams fizzing it across. Last attack of the game, I think, as now Cleverley into Carvalho, into Jed Wallace. Tackled. Ref, come on! He just got a little bit of a nick on me there, and that's frustrating, as now Tom Lockyer to Bell. It looks like they're going to play out for a draw. Look at this, passing around the back in career mode. Didn't expect this, as yep, the final whistle's blown, and it's a 1-1 draw. We've avoided defeat, but you can see in the body language of a couple of fans right there, disappointment, as it was quite late on. But what can you do? The game's finished. A loss, a draw, and that takes the rivals above us as we play them in the next game. This is now monumental. This is now huge, as I did rest a couple of players for it, hoping that they'd be fit enough and ready for this next game, so they've got to be. I'm going to take some out. Cleverley should have won that game late on, and of course Carvalho comes in. Not going to walk you through the whole team. I'm going to keep Ben Williams as well in the derby. I think he's done quite decent, and none of these reserves are going to step up, so that's the team. That's the team that's going to get us the 3 points. Not maybe, they're going to get us them. We need them. We don't want to be in that zone again. There's a little bit of a graphic right here in the derby. Look at this. They know it's a relegation 6-pointer, and it's a big game. Pride Park in the night. The players coming from the turnstiles. Look at this. This is actually decent. No, they're the fans, aren't they? I love this little cutscene. And let's have a look at Derby's team. Roos, Byrne, Amat, Stearman, Williams and Graham Shinney. Their captain as Christian Bielik is in the midfield alongside him. Josmiak, Knight and Lawrence, with Stretton up front, a new striker for the hosts. But our strikers are going to be doing the business. I can't speak today. When can I ever? As Paulo runs straight into him, though. That's not the start we wanted. Got to be driving through him. Got to be getting in and like that. Love that from Scott McKenna. He does give everything for the shirt. As Carvalho, he doesn't. He's being tackled. There's now Yates with a pass around the corner, though. Into Ojeda. Into Carvalho again. Can't get that pass off, but Yates does it for him. As now Drager in the middle to Yates again. This is good passing right here. We need to get this win here. This is a huge 6-pointer. It's just sinking in as it's a free kick to Derby here. Knight takes one quick. Come on, boys. Got to be alert as that's a good ball through the middle. Butland quick off his line. Love that from Jackie Butland, as now it's going to be Ben Williams. Fizz that into Ojeda. Ojeda around the corner now into Ryan Yates, and we'll get this passing. Have we got support from Williams? We do. Love that from our attacking left wing back, as Ben Williams takes 2 touches, crosses one into the front post. Not a bad one. Paulo nowhere to be seen. It's Ryan Yates on the ball again in the midfield. We have kept quite a lot of this ball, and I am glad of it, as now Drager going to whip in a deep one. That's hit a head, and no, it hasn't. It's hit a hand. Referee just took ages to choose. Can we change the camera? Can we slip this one in? I might go for the shot. Carvalho's probably favourite to it. As Middlesbrough take a lead over QPR. Another relegation candidate, I feel like. As don't get many free kicks. Might as well go for a crack. Fit that through. Oh, and it had to be saved. And oh, it's a corner. I wasn't aware the camera angle didn't change in time for me to try and tap it in with Worrell. But let's have a look at this. Carvalho dips it over the wall. And oof, that was close, you know. That was very close. As we're going to try and do something from this corner. Worrell, redeem yourself for the last couple of games with a header. Does! Roos with an amazing save. Now that's 2 from their goalkeeper. I like the way we are playing in this. We know we need to put passion into this one as well with another header. Roos with another save. Okay, we'll keep on doing this, shall we? Worrell does seem good with his head. It's took us a season and almost half to find this out. As he's moving back, Stretton, their striker, gets it away though. As Rodrigo Eli puts it down to Carvalho. Eli again. Ajeda from range hits surely an arm and does. Jed Stearman is the guilty culprit and it's a penalty for us right here. Don't want to see it again. Just want to take it. Is Jed Wallace the best for it? With 70, yes. 70 isn't much as Jed Wallace. Bottom corner. Then we go to the left. Has he done his homework? He hasn't, the goalkeeper! We lead at Pride Park. It's Jed Wallace. Who else? He is the man on form for us when we were in a sticky patch. Look at the fans going mental. We lead away in the derby. We didn't do this last season. Brilliant finish into the bottom corner. Early domination from us, and we deserve that. You can hear the boos ringing around right now as Carvalho with a pass into Ryan Yates. Let's get forward. Let's get more, shall we? Let's try and really turn this ship on its head. Not just a little flurry of good form, but a lot of good form to stick. As that's a good ball over to Jozwiak now. As he cuts inside. Ben Williams getting back and doing his defensive duties. Love that as Carvalho through the middle onto Yates. And Jed Wallace is pointing to where he wants it. Turning inside Wallace. Jed Stearman's too slow. Wallace is on it. Oh, and Roos just saves it. Good shot, and we're going to control from the corner again. It's usually McKenna on headers, but I'm loving how Worrell's doing from headers as he's going to get on that again over the bar. And João Carvalho now with the ball. He's going to try and look for a little bit of a gap. Can't fully fit it through that gap though, as now Shinnie on the ball onto Josh Knight, I think, as now it's across the field. I'll just see this out till half-time, to be fair. It's been a really good first half from us. Just one chance for them. And Butland, of course, dived on it as a shade to the side into Carvalho. We just don't want a Luton on our hands right here. We need to make it more comfortable as Carvalho now into Paulo. Into Wallace. Can't get it out of his feet correctly. But now it shows we are just going to try and run it away. Just keep them moving back. I will take that all day long. Just mark your men though, Wallace. Just make sure to turn around, mate. I know you're a good player, but I'm not going to forgive you for making mistakes. As Stretton can't fit that through. 2 tackles in there though. Love it. Love that little tackle, little niggles on their feet, as now that's a good header away from Worrell. Wallace, hoof that, actually no, there's still 3 minutes added on as Wallace. Let's try and get another, shall we? Wallace trying to run around the whole team as he's done well there, gives it to Drager flooding forward. Drager's got the gap to Paulo, who's going to fit it through to. Paulo in the middle, now to Carvalho, just too tall for the little man as Jada wins the header, but absolutely clattered. Nothing given for that one though, as it is half-time and 1-0. Microphone's falling down on me, but we must keep this. Apologies, microphone trying to run away from us as we're back out for the second half straight away. Bielik into Knight into Stretton. We need to keep this. I'm not going to lie, I know how well we did in that first half, but I do expect a lot more from Derby in this second half because teams do try and bring it out on us. You saw with Luton in the last game as that's good passes. Lawrence! Butland with 2 strong hands behind that one. I didn't expect him to catch that. Good save, as their first corner of the game is an absolutely terrible one, I've got to say myself, as Butland to throw that out into McKenna, now into Ben Williams, and he needs to try and get on his bike down this left-hand side. Get us forward, Williams. Keep on going, Williams, as he cuts inside. Oh, just out of play. And a chance for them to try and run down this side right here. Lawrence trying to speed past us. Back heels, not a good one, but it's worked out as it's into Shinnie. Into, I don't know who it is, but Butland is really saving our bacon in this second half. He's doing very well as they're trying to come forward. It told me to take Drager off for Adam Forshaw, which is just not happening as we need to win that header. Worrell, brilliant up. Good save, Butland. Expected him to catch that one, but still we've got it away as Jada, as they're all around our box. Amat got it away right there as Shinnie into Knight. That's 1 foot through and Stretton puts it wide. That was a close one again as now Jada Where can he go? Where can he go? Down that line. There we go. As we haven't really had a shot in this second half on their goal. But let's try and make it our first. And good one. Oh, almost slipped past Roos. Great cross into the front post. The Stretton comes off. And we're just going to whip this in naturally. Not control anyone as McKenna comes to the front post and makes it 2-0. Not controlling anyone. Controlling the other centre-back might be the option as Scott McKenna with his head makes it 2-0 to us. Their derby's going very well. Them fans are in the top corner and we were celebrating with them like mad. Man on the line, what's the point in him? McKenna blasts it through and I'm really enjoying this team right now. I'm really enjoying it. After going 2-0 up, it's been like, what, 10 in-game minutes, but we've put everything into it. They've got the ball like they did have, but we're putting big tackles in, getting away with them and, of course, getting the ball back as now Shinny gives it in the middle. There we go, Ajeda. The small man getting a really good win in there. As we try and slip it behind, Jed Wallace just not onto that one though. As I have made a sub as well, Brennan Johnson for Carvalho. Don't know if it's gone through actually yet. I think this is Carvalho I'm running around with, but they don't know where to go. They're bamboozled. Our formation is sturdy and strong at the moment. As Duncan in the middle, Worrell with a tackle. Can we try and get forward down the middle, Joe Worrell? Keep on running, mate. Keep on running. Turn back. Put a ball through, that's, oh, I'm going to say excellent work. It still is, but pass just off. There's a chipped in ball to Duncan right here. They're putting their youth on, I feel like, as McKenna into Ben Williams. I mean, if they have gone for a youth, which they have done and got a goal back, it would be concerning. I just speak myself into trouble. It's a good finish there from Josh Knight, I think it was, who is a youth player, but still got a lot of experiences. I think if Wayne Rooney's still there, he's got his side back into it a bit, and they're going to come at us again. So I've gone from feeling really good to really nervy as Worrell. Yes, Worrell's actually got it. Jed Wallace, turn out please, as I've made another sub as well before that. I put Adam Forshaw on for Ryan Yates, our best midfielder, which is rather concerning now. Made it as Paolo. You have to get that pass off. No if, buts or maybes, because now they're through. It's Duncan. It's a really bad tackle from Rodrigo Eli, and he's straight off the field. It needed to be made, didn't it? Oh, that's come from Paolo, that. Who's going to come off for Lacardia. That has come from Paolo. He's there. He's there actually having a word with the referee. Because he knows he was guilty. Rodrigo Eli had to make it. I am not losing this game as Lawrence with a free kick. Straight into Butland. And, of course, we get a red card in the derby game. I can't stress it. I had to make it. And now we've lost one of our highest rated centre-backs for Norwich. But it had to occur. Just don't lose this game now, boys, because we've took that big hit as Ben Williams, call him Brandon, with a good tackle, you know, and he could just run through and goal. Keep on going, Ben Williams. Keep on going. He tries to force it across, but the final whistle has been blown, and we win away at Derby County. 2 Derby wins in a row, and that is just what the doctor ordered after that disappointing Luton game, and of course a really disappointing Blackburn one. Only to 20th, but 4 points above the relegation zone. Not counting us out of it, but hopefully we've got a bit of breathing space going into a pretty hard month. A lot of games, but a lot of games against Peterborough, Coventry, Sunderland, who are both there, and I think Cardiff are in there as well, so got to be careful with ourselves. I don't know if Hull's in there, because I'm guessing Hull are below Cardiff as well, as we're going to have to play against Norwich. It's going to be a simulation against 3rd place. I really don't expect anything from this, you know, with the suspensions we've got. But Jonas Wind can return to the bench. He's only got the plaster over his name, as we'll go with that team. Just Colwell coming into it. So, yeah, I don't expect anything from it. That's the Wind message, of course it is. As we're going to see what we can do. I mean, I wanted to be competing with these to try and win the league, but it looks like we're just going to scrap for a point maybe, as we've got a point. Joe Lolly off the bench, and Butcher gets one for Norwich. I'll take that against 3rd spot. We go to 19th, so now Sunderland below us. How many points? I keep checking how many points are off the playoffs. That's just force of habit. 33, and we're on 21, so it's actually quite a bit. Birmingham, look at that as well. They were in the playoffs until we beat them. They've dropped to 17th. Don't know what's up with the Blues, as we have another simulation. Do we simulate it? Yeah, I think we need to. Yeah, look how big that month is. And I was wrong. No Hull in that. But Sunderland twice, Peterborough twice, Preston twice. We've got to make sure we can do well against them 3. Because we played them 6 times as now. Let's see what we can do against Peterborough first time out. And Peterborough in 4th. Peterborough are in 4th. I thought I didn't see them down there, but they are. They're on 35 points above the likes of Brentford, Stoke. Wow, I did not expect to see that one. As I'm gonna swap Paolo for Wind, even though Paolo is high rated and should be doing better in simulations. It's gonna be hard to pick from our strikers, and I don't mind that at all. I love the competition. As where is Eli? He's right there. No face as Cole comes straight back out. Yeah, strongest team again, definitely, and I'm not going to walk you through it again. You know the rhythm that we are going with at the moment, and the players that are in that rhythm. Don't know why I call it rhythm, but I do. As we're going to quick simulate these. Can we get a result with Wind back in the squad? It's a 0-0, and it looks like an even game, an exciting game for a 0-0. I'll take it. They was, of course, in 4th as 18th. Now Birmingham go below us, so at least we're not the manager in the hot seat. It's going to be the Birmingham manager. It's the old Charlton manager. I forgot his name, and it really is annoying me because I know his name. I definitely do. But we go into a heavy month. We play Peterborough again, Sunderland twice, and Preston twice, and then Norwich and Luton. Then we go into January where it gets harder. Brighton, Bournemouth, Brentford in the month after. Yep, doesn't get any easier. We've got to make sure we make December count. As thank you guys for watching this episode. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well, so you do not miss an episode in the future. That has been it from me today. Hopefully this episode's been quite entertaining, because I think it has with the derby win. Take care, in a bit, and hopefully see you all tomorrow. Peace.